on the precinct glass. Scanner snow hisses, minute bypass. Badge like a mirror, oath like a hymn. Blue light halos on a night run thin. Grandma's window hums a whisper song. Dispatch codes try mapping calm. Boots kiss puddles, radios buzz. Who keeps covenant, who just does? Yeah, blue light spin and the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaw of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people more than the gear. Hands up truth, hands down rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Graveyard briefing, coffee that bites. Paperwork peaks and sleepless nights. Some wore a badge for a mentor's hand. Some for a pension, some for the brand. Body cam blinking like a restless eye. Policy binders, tower sky high. Door crack opens, voices collide. Pick the wrong tone and hope can slide. Powers of voltage, grounded, breathe. Led with the questions you mean to weave. What's your name? Who's hurt? What's near? De-escalation is armor, not fear. If fear's the fuse and pride's the spark, train the hand that holds the dark. Culture still beneath the ink. Change the reflex, change the link. Blue light spin and the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaw of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people more than the gear. Hands up truth, hands down rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Walk beats back, no names, no stores. Learn the barber's hours, the schoolyard doors. Coach the league when the summer runs hot. Shake the hand, wear a room of knots. Mental health calls need care, not cuffs. Medics and counselors, skillful stuff. Publish your numbers, daylight the file. Discipline real, not winking a smile. Whistle for wrong, shield the right. Good cops shine when bad loses sight. Budget with people, audits allowed. Power grows humble in front of a crowd. What's a shield when trust runs thin? Response, truth with receipts and courage within. Where the safety start for real? Respawn, policy bones, and the practice field. How do we mend what history tore? Train, reform, and listen more. I've seen an officer kneel to tie a child's loose lace while buses fly. I filmed to stop that vid off script. Heard whole blocks grown when the promise slipped. Accountability isn't hate, it's there. Bread for the oath to be just and fair. Trust is a credit you earn, not own. Paid by restraint when tempers have grown. Community cameras aren't your foe. The lighthouse beams that help us row. Get it right, choruses rise. Get it wrong, sirens baptize. Yeah. Blue light spin and the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaw of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people more than the gear. Hands up truth, hands down rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Recruit for character, screen for bias. Stress test judgment where stakes run highest. Role play heat till calm feels true. Measure restraint like heroes do. Rotate beats so blind as fade. Pair crisis teams when calls get made. Union for safety, not for shields that bury facts, the footage yields. Promote the sergeants who cool the blaze. Reward decisions that save more days. Rex in the council, chairs in the ring. Plain language rights the neighbors bring. Participatory budgets, lines and light. Make every dollar account to sight. Teach the kids how power flows. Ask better questions than yes and no's. Officer signs the same small print. Respect is currency stamped in flint. Blue light spin and the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaw of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people more than the gear. Hands up truth, hands down rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Don't wipe sirens from the window's face. Street sweep hums through a sleepless case. If justice is blind, let mercy steer. Ask the question that draws us near. What keeps you safe? What makes you whole? Write that answer on badge and soul. When law means love in the public square, that's the uniform every heart can wear. That's the uniform every heart can wear. Long cracks open on a rusted mill. Cornfield choir hums a working wheel. City still mirrors a mountain hill. 50 bright stars learn how to swim. Front porch pledge in the subway, yo. Barbecue smoke in a fishing boat. We stitch our stripes from a million threads, from Ellis Island to Homestead Sheds. America, not a boast but a promise kept. Not a perfect pass but a forward step. Hand on heart, boots on ground. Build what's broken, turn hope to sound. From sea to sea, from block to farm, we disagree and still link arms. Love a country ain't blind and cheap. It's work we do and vows we keep.
Well, the sparks in a prairie night. Nurse on shift by a runway light. Teacher chalk on a county board. Coda pushing the midnight chord. Marching band on a Friday field. Veteran footstep healed and steeled. Fireman boots where the ash still glows. Postal routes where the winter blows. We've argued loud in the courthouse hall, but signed the line to protect us all. We vote, we serve, we show, we stay. Democracy's muscle is every day. Patriot ain't a jacket you wear. It's a shovel, a book, a folding chair. It's PCA notes in the church food line. That you go first at the bridge of time. Not a boast but a promise kept. Not a perfect pass but a forward step. Hand on heart, boots on ground. Build what's broken, turn hope to sound. From sea to sea, from block to farm, we disagree and still link arms. Love a country ain't blind or cheap. It's work we do and vows we keep. There's a drum where the thunder grins. Bayou hush where the moss begins. Harbor cranes like a gospel choir. Northern pines where the winter wild. Canyon scripture, cut and red. Prairie quilts where the harvest fed. Ocean wind through a lobster dock. Bronx to Bakersfield, tick the clock. We carry the past, but we're not its chain. We honor the flag by ease and pain. We sing of freedom with callous poems. Rights and duty in equal songs. What's our anthem when the storms arrive? Response, neighbor service, keep hope alive. What's our armor when the headlines spin? Facts and kindness, truth within. Where's the future and how's it made? Ballads and hammers, books and spades. From DNA songs to a long night market. From blues on bill to a jazz lace carpet. From faiths that kneel to face that dance. From second chances to second glance. Tacos, pierogi, collard greens. Samosa, steam, and New Orleans. Languages braided in a single chill. Bring your best, we meet you here. We pledge allegiance to the dream we share. To the rule of law and the table's chair. Where every voice can pull a seat. We allow the king to more come live. Not a boast but a promise kept. Not a perfect pass but a forward step. Hand on heart, boots on ground. Build what's broken, turn hope to sound. From sea to sea, from block to farm, we disagree and still link arms. Love a country ain't blind or cheap. It's work we do and vows we keep. Gold star frames on the mantle line. Guard at the tomb, keeping time on time. Coasty lights on a storm black tide. Medic with gauze where the wounds won't hide. Park ranger hands in the river's bend. Engineer math to a bridge's end. Union halls with a coffee steam. Startup brains on a bootstrap dream. We pay it forward, we swear to try. We lift the fallen and name the sky. We grow the promise we once were told. A newer union, brave and bold. So strike that match on the backyard grill. Let kids spell liberty and sparkle quill. Raise that cup to the quiet crews who sweep the streets so the dawn breaks true. The flag's not cloth, it's a daily task. A question answered when someone asks, do you love this place? I do, I build. Patriot means the contract filled. From sea to shining sea we learn. Freedom's a fire we tend in turn. Stars still bright, stripes still long. We keep the promise by singing on.
Neon tide on the west side grid. Chrome teeth city with 1,000 bids. Blueprint focused like a tungsten blade. I signed my vow where the streets remade. G-funk fog over canyon lanes. 808 thunder tattooing names. Menacing sins with a predator glide. When the kick hits hard, every doubt steps aside. Hardcore west coast to the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Send knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sins. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. I counted rain in a drought of hope. Measured decline by a freight street rope. Turned lock gates into rails and screws. Built new doors with my scar-stitched truths. Low rider gospel and candy paint hymns. Oil rain halos where the neon swims. Mentors with meters that tax my grit. I paid in sweat till the debt went split. I map my fear like a coastline reef. Mark each snag with a captain's brief. Swell gets tall, I lower my stance. Breath on tempo in a bulletproof dance. I don't rent crowns from applause on lease. I meant mine slow with a welded piece. If fate stacks decks with his thumb on deals, I cut that pack with a cold work steel. Snare writes chalk with a street keeps score. Kick draws lines from the stoop to the shore. If doubt sells fog in the counterfeit crown, heat test metal, watch the fake man down. West Coast, feel the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Sin knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Clock swung cheap, so I broke his hands. Bent every minute till the hours would stand. Ledger of trials in the carbon black ink. Spilled a few pints but refused to sink. Family flame like a lighthouse stare. Cuts through fog when the world ain't fair. If the sirens sing, I don't lose pace. I tune my post to the kicks embrace. Circle stays tight like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal hear that ping. Trust is a vault with a triple coat spine. Miss one digit and you're out the line. Quiet ambition is a steel axe safe. I don't give rent to a tenant named hate. I farm my calm like a hillside vine. Patience and grind in the gold thread twine. Let the sin draw bangs on tinted glass. Let the kick write laws pretenders can't pass. If the night wants dues, I didn't agree. I bill it interest and late night fees. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, I strengthened my grip. Now the wax rolls smooth on a westbound arc. Lavender dusk on a gold thread spark. From thrift or coach to tailored intent. From wait your turn till we sign the rent. Paper was scarce but the wheel ran deep. We bought our future with labor and sleep. I chart my piece like a pilot's map. Crosswinds mark where the doubts clap back. Throttle by breath, altitude by nerve. Storms make sailors, not docks that swerve. No thunder sold, I can't command. No worth leased to a borrowed brand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on never hardcore West Coast for the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Sin knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Kids at the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me braid hope on a torque tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Every box honest, every deadline fine. Friends turn fog when the grade got steep. Kept a few oaks with their roots cut deep. We raise steel beams in a quiet parade. Let trends keep score, we lift the grade. Rear view ghosts try to hook my name. I change that lane with a surgeon's aim. No mirror rage, no exhaust fed fuel. Just cruise control, purpose and gratitude. When the red sun pours in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No shortcut crowns, just nailing roof. No gilded lies, only pressure proof. If tomorrow asks what I bring to fight, I say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time lock brand. West Coast Post, iron in the hand. Iron in the hand. Iron in the hand.
Street lights hum like choir mics warm. Block got history braided in a storm. Grandma vinyl, daddy Sunday suit. Blues in the basement, truth in the roots. Snapback tilted, incense in the breeze. Front porch wisdom floating through the trees. Kick drum talking like a judge on the bench. When the bass line preach, everybody get drenched. I'm from the drumline heart, brass band soul. Black top sermons in a rose gold glow. 808 thunder with a gospel band. We march on beat till the breaks all mend. Hands to the sky, both feet on the earth. We turn raw pain into diamond worth. Say my name plain, no borrowed crown. I came up swinging, they
can't count me out. Mama kept the lights on, praying over pots. Seasoned up the struggle, turned nothing into lots. Aunties in the kitchen with the gossip and the grace. Uncle on the stoop, playing spades, keeping pace. Barbershop fades with the clippers in the law. Every cut a story from the neighborhood war. Coach said run, I was running through fear. Past due rent, chasing dreams in the mirror. Cadillac chrome with the Marvin Gaye chrome. Corner store candy and a dusty cartoon. Friday night hoop dreams. Chain net sing, Sunday morning tambourine. Hope take wing, I learned math, count minutes on a space heater. Patched up pose, made the winter feel sweeter. Turn maybe to yes when the odds said nah. I wrote my own law with a scarred up jaw. If they load the dice, we re-roll fade. If the gate lock tight, we repave gate. I don't beg storm clouds for the rain. We bring the whole brass band down the lane. I'm from the drumline heart, brass band soul. Black top sermons in a rose, go, go. 808 thunder with a gospel bend. We march on beat to the breaks all men. Hands to the sky, both feet on the earth. We turn raw pain into diamond work. Say my name plain, no borrowed crown. I came up swinging, they can't count me out. Black boy joy with the scuff on the one. Still two-stepping where the hard times run. HBCU cadence in the rib cage drum. Snare line crisp when the daylight come. IMV's porch had a shoebox bank. Pennies to a plan, now the gas tank rang. Cousin on the corner selling mixtapes raw. Played track 3, made the whole block off. Granddad's hands like bricks from the killing. Built whole rooms from a prayer and Willie said keep your voice when the price gets steep. Don't sell your tongue just to buy cheap sleep. I keep receipts in the callus of my palms. Wrote my ledger in the choir between songs. If the world say wait, I adjust that clock. Turn each second to a padlock pop. Who gon' love us when the smoke get thick? Response. We gon' love us, stand up quick. Who gon' move when the road say stop? Response. We gon' groove till the chains unlock. What we hold when the lights go dim. Faith in the middle and fire in the hymn. Juneteenth banners, backyard pit. Sweet tea chillin' where the cousins sit. Old heads teaching how to trim that paint. Turn it to a garden when you water your lane. Choir rope swaying with the organ run. Deacon say peace in the morning's done. We don't run from a shadow, we name that fear. Make a mirror out of smoke till the path get clear. Industry door said come back later. So I built my own with a nail gun crater. Posted every line like a hand-built truth. Now the city sing along in a midnight booth. I ain't here for clout that evaporate quick. I'm a slow cook groove with a oak barrel kick. Right contracts and a backbone fine. My signature sweat, everything you want. I'm from the drumline heart, brass band soul. Black top sermons in a rose gold glow. 808 thunder with a gospel bend. We march on beat till the breaks all men. Hands to the sky, both feet on the earth. We turn raw pain into diamond work. Say my name plain, no borrowed crown. I came up swinging, they can't count me out. Black girl magic with the hoops and low. CEO vision in the thrift store sock. Sister said breathe, you already enough. Put a right now shine on a not yet bluff. We invest in each other like a legacy stock. Pay dividends back when the nights feel locked. Curbside choir, baby on the hill. Street light halo on a victory sip. If yesterday's change, try to call my phone. I let it keep ringing, I'm busy getting grown. New day shoulders in a jacket that fit. Tailor-made courage with a double stitch grit. From the pew to the park to the mic in my hand. I carry every ancestor standing in the band. When the snare says step, I step in tune. We turn crack sidewalks into bloom. When the moon clock out and the bus is yawn. We count blessings from dusk till dawn. Not borrow shine or counterfeit praise. Just front porch thunder and payday days. If tomorrow asks what armor you bring, I say my people's song and the line you win. Black as a baseline, bright as a crown. American rooted, we won't back down. Traffic signals, bow as she crosses the line. Coffee, steam, halos, a state of mind. Keys on the lanyard, schedule like steel. Hurricane grace with a harbor feel. Thrift store blazer, boardroom nerve. Baby on hip in a world to serve. If the sign said wait, she headers the sky. Cuts out a runway, learns to fly. This is for women who blueprint on. Suture the fracture, stitch cities on. From razor ballads, circus to code. She widens the lane so the rest can road. Say her name steady, present, strong. Power is chorus, not one note song. If the grid goes dark and the sirens spin, she routes the power and plugs us in.
First professor, mama with receipt book math, stretching the dollar across winter's path. Auntie in traffic with pep talk heat, 10 toes down, don't skip your beat. Big sis DJ in a bedroom booth, scratches the thunder and the temper truth. She learned to repair what the gatekeepers broke, turn access denied into usable code. Dial up dreams on a napkin plan, pivoted layoffs to I'm my brand. Luck is weather, discipline sales. She tracks her storms, then writes her gales. No crown borrowed, no script assigned. She notarized worth with a sovereign mind. If the lock is gold and the door says no, she molds a key with her neighbor's glow. This is for women who blueprint don't search of the fracture, stitch cities on. From braids to ballads, circus to code, she widens the lane so the rest can roll. Say her name steady, present, strong. Power is chorus, not one note song. If the grid goes dark and the sirens spin, she routes the power and plugs us in, yeah. Nurse on nights with a metronome hand, stitches the skyline back in the land. Coder in hoodie, shipping clean commits, refactor systems that never quit. Pilot with crosswind, stealing her spine, lawyer who cross-examines time. Chef turns winner into simmered gold, steam writes letters the hungry can't hold. Professor maps weather on chalk white walls, custodian queen makes marble halls. She leads the stand up with receipts and slides, data with backbone, the truth abides. Who build bridges when the road said hold? Responds women with rope and a rooftop fall. Who keeps memory when the archive ends? Women with journals and violin. Who turns mourning into marching ground? Women who harmonize thunder sound. Accounts, galaxies, and spreadsheet cells. Maya plans syllables where rumor swells. Frida threads color through fracture seams. Rosa says nah and the bus learns dreams. Serena serves comments from baseline lines. Malala makes pencils into lifelines. But this is for Keisha, for a lift for May, for Zainab who studies between 2 shifts a day, for wheelchairs rolling a ramp in a place. Access is anthem, not afterthought grace, for hijabs pinned like a crescent of flame, for curls that riot and edges that claim, for fams and days, for sisters and kin. Real power's pronoun, all of us in. This is for women who blueprint don't suture the fracture, stitch cities on. From braids to ballads, circuits to code, she widens the lane so the rest can roll. Say her name steady, present, strong. Power is chorus, not one note song. If the grid goes dark and the sirens spin, she routes the power and plugs us in. She budgets compassion as line item light. Calendar's boundary sleeps through the night. Says rest is resistance, joy is a plan. Heals like a river that knows where to land. Failure knocks, she pours it tea. What did you bring to grow in me? Not perfect practice, precise and brave. Owns her mistakes, still learns, still safe. She measures wealth in minutes that mend. In porch light texts and the friends who send. Text me home when the streets feel cold. Her net is the network that always holds. WOMAN and living neon. Not for permission, she moves the eon. Kitchen to clinic, court to cold. She shifts the climate of every road. This is for women who blueprint on suture the fracture, stitch cities on. From braids to ballads, circuits to code, she widens the lane so the rest can roll. Say her name steady, present, strong. Power is chorus, not one note song. If the grid goes dark and the sirens spin, she routes the power and plugs us in. Count the returns in the morning she makes, in policy ink and the laugh that shakes. If the world keeps scoring breath and bone, women of credit we all live on. Raise that mic, set that tone. No crown borrowed, she brings her own. If tomorrow asks who holds the sun, say women in the day's begun, yeah. Neon drips on a boulevard spine. Chrome ghost whisper, grind or die. Blueprint
blueprint heart with a tungsten wheel. I conduct the night while the city sits still. Clock hands wobble, but I set that time. Turn red eye alleys to a gold baseline. G-funk shadows in a panther stance. 808's lunge, make the pavement dance. Hardcore West Coast with the ruthless thump. Dark cinematic bass, make the firewall slump. Menaces, see slice clean through smoke. Street war drums, right vows I spoke. I don't fold when the skyline shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the ground, I advance my plan. Steel in the lungs, diamond in the hand. I learned math in the drought, count grit, not luck. Every closed door got a hinge I struck. Been steel habits in the furnace of loss. Came back chrome with a leader's gloss. Palm leaf psalms hum low over wire. Sirens keep time like a metronome choir. I mapped my fear, then I drove that route. Pinned each ghost like a blueprint proof. Hunger was capital, faith was the fun. Paid compound interest with sweat in the sun. Quiet men build while the loud ones drift. I stack new bricks till the skyline lifts. Low rider logic, glide don't rush. Cruise past noise with a long game hush. If fate deals cards with a thumb on the deck, I cut new suits and I cash that check. Hit a snare, put chalk on the night. Names in the street turn spark to light. If doubt shows teeth in a counterfeit crown, I test that metal, 10 melts down. Hardcore West Coast with the ruthless thump. Dark cinematic bass make the firewall slump. Menacing scene slice clean through smoke. Street war drums, right vows I spoke. I don't fold when the skyline shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the ground, I advance my plan. Steel in the lungs, diamond in the hand. I'm a ledger of trials with receipts and ink. Every misstep showed the ledge I'd sink. So I cut new stairs where the cliff said stop. Carved each rise where the craftsman's chopped. Mentors were meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints scribbled in midnight camps. We traded advice for a cup of resolve. Turned cold equations to problem solved. Street turned seminar, pain turned class. Failure was glass, walk slow then pass. I learned to bleed without staining the creed. Kept soul clean while the engine feeds. Family first like a lighthouse beam. Guides me home through a salt-cut dream. If waves get tall, I surf with poise. Bending the knees, tune out the noise. I shake hands firm with a purpose grip. Look fade in the eye till its eyelids flip. No cheap crowns, no borrowed fame. I buy my glory with disciplined flame. Let the scent draw jaws on tinted panes. Let the kick drum crack gold chains. If the clock wants dues, I didn't agree. I bend the minutes till the hours pay me. Street lights blink like a heartbeat grid. Every bar both in the frame I hear. I'm not the rumor that fog breath spreads. I'm the oath that lives when the chatter is dead. Gold script sunset writing on chrome. Credits roll slow while I steer home. From flea market hoodies to tailored intent, I hem stitch goals with a militant bent. Trust is a vault with a triple code door. I keep the circle like a weighted core. Loyalty taxed at a premium rate. Pay on time or vacate the gate. I took my L's like a master's course. Refine my stance, recalibrated force. Turn maybe later, I already done. Signed in the margins, we already won. And if the hillside echoes my name off glad, it's just the city confirming my class. Cause I planted grit where the soil was mean. Now harvest glows in a gasoline sheen. Hardcore West Coast with the ruthless thump. Dark cinematic bass make the firewall slump. Menacing sin slice clean through smoke. Street war drums, right vows I spoke. I don't fold when the skyline shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the crown, I advance my plan. Steel in the lungs, diamond in the hand. Kids at the window of a dawn bright room. Watch me braid hope with a torque tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. I keep days honest and deadlines fine. Friends turn fog when the climb got steep. Kept a few solid who dig not speak. We raise steel beams in a quiet but pay. Let haters narrate, we lift the grade. I map my piece like a coastline chart. Mark each reef that can split my heart. Sail between rocks where the captain's calm. Hand steady even when the sirens alarm. If the past throws hooks from the rear view glare, I switch lanes smooth and I don't look there. Ground sits level on a sweatband brow. Throne of work, not a trending vow. When the red sun spills on ocean glass, I tally my wins by the grid of mass. No shortcuts, only nailing roof. No false gold, only tested proof. If tomorrow asks what I brought to fight, I say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time-proof brand. West Coast post, iron in the hand. Iron in the hand. Iron in the hand.
short. Yeah.
Sodium stars on a fisheye sky. Freeway ribbons where the engine side. Blueprint pupils with a tungsten gleam. I watermark fate in a drumline dream. Mailbox moons, alleyway priests. Blessing the curb with a chrome got feast. G-funk mist with a citrus bite. 808 avalanches rewire tonight.
Ruthless punches from the sub, no mercy bang. Dark bass prowling with a low end fame. Undersea sits like a helicopter glare. West Coast heartbeat shake still in air. I won't bring crowns from a bargain shelf. I sold her a throne with a disciplined self. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole table out of misunderstood.
I learned my math on a bus stop bench. Counting the dents in a paycheck trench. Empty pockets, tall compound wheel. Stacked each note till the yes stood still. Graffiti planet spin on brick. Every tag of him, every drip a tick. Silence is currency. I stash it deep. Spend it on patience while the loud men sleep. I don't sell thunder, I can't conduct. Don't trade my lane for a shortcut truck. If fate palms aces with a cheetah's grin, I cut that deck with a temper hardened pen. Torque in my breath, angles in mind. I mill raw hours into gears that grind. Blueprint knuckles, graphite valves. I punch time cards in the then and now, man and now. Snare draws chalk on the boulevard's face. Kick right statutes in negative space. If doubt subpoenas the life I breathe, I file a counterclaim, calm no bleed. Ruthless punches from the sub, no mercy bang. Dark bass prowling with a low end fang. Undersea sits like a helicopter glare. West Coast heartbeat shake still in air. I won't rent crowns from a bargain shelf. I sold her a throne with a disciplined self. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole table out of misunderstood. Clock got slick, so I snapped its hand. Bent minutes straight till the hours would stand. Ledger and charcoal, entries of pain. Gibbets in thunder, credits in rain. Mentors with meters with red lead eyes. Charging by grit under sodium skies. We swap breath for blueprints, truth for screws. Both of the future we refuse to lose. I keep my circle like a vinyl's core. Only the needle in the day one's roar. Trust is a safe with a triplet tone. Miss one chime lock, leave it alone. I trim my crew like a sailing squalls. No slack ropes, no panic stalls. Storms don't scare a captain's brain. They polish the hull, they widen the lane. Hi-hat shimmer like hospital lights. City goes quiet for a surgeon slice. We flatline fear for a measured beat. Shot coat back with an iron heat. Kids in the window trace clouds with tape. I fold my schedule in a lighthouse shape. Every tick beams, home through mist. Arrive with honor, non-negotiable list. Rear view sirens, fatal scars. I change two lanes and unhook bars. Never let yesterday drive my wrist. I signed a day with a callous twist. I was the skip in a thrifted record. Click, pop, loop till the needle reckon. Lifted the arm, clean dust from the soul. Dropped it again, now the groove runs whole. Billboards yawn, clock out, breathe. I clock in twice to the craft I weave. Not for applause or borrow flame, for the quiet proof behind my name. Let the sin sketch walls on tinted chrome. Let the kick past verdicts, the fakes disown. If night invoices hours I never owed, I stamp contested and reclaim my load. Ruthless punches from the sub, no mercy bang. Dark bass prowling with a low end fang. When it's sense like a helicopter glare. West Coast heartbeat shake still in air. I won't rent crowns from a bargain shelf. I sold her a throne with a disciplined self. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole table out of misunderstood. Palm ribs rattle in the marine layer hem. Gold fog polish on a tire rub rim. I map my piece like a harbor grid. Mark crosswinds no tourist ever did. Friends turn fog when the grade ran steep. Oaks stay rooted where the valves run deep. We lift our beams in a whisper parade. Let trends shout loud, our pillars get laid. I don't buy crowns from algorithm priests. I feast on hours like slow cooked beasts. 10,000 nails in a stubborn roof. Each one hammer with living proof. When hillside glass repeats my tone, it's only the city returning the loan. I paid in brief, imbalancing scars. Collected in calm beneath stubborn stars. Ocean irons, wrinkles from a neon sky. Count wins by the reasons why. Not luck, not noise, not counterfeit fame. Discipline's drum and a first name flame. If tomorrow asks, what armor you bring? I say a welded wheel and a wire tight string. Hardcore pulse with a time lock brand. West Coast oath and a diamond hang.